All right, welcome back. Episode 18 of the 910 Voice Pod. I'm your host, D Davis, joined by my man T Dub. T Dub, how you feeling, bro?
Feeling good, living good. Actually, I'm a little under the weather.
Hey, flu pod, bro. Flu pod.
Hey, I'm about to put up Jordan numbers.
So NBA series that T Dub and I have been doing. Today, we're covering the Pistons, Bucks, Pacers, and kind of just go and get right into it, man. So, we're going to start with Detroit first, the 6th seed last year. 44-38. No first round draft picks this year. I don't know who they traded to. They added Karis LeVert and Duncan Robinson. They lost my boy Simon Fontecchio, Tim Hardaway Jr., and Dennis Schroeder. To me, this should be easily a top 5 team in the East with everybody being banged up, on top of Detroit getting better. Detroit also adding Karis LeVert and Duncan Robinson, getting Jaden Ivey back. Jaden Ivey, another year of experience for him. He had a rough way to end the year last year, but of course, Kate Cunningham continuing to get better. Jalen Duren, another guy. My guy Ron Holland, talented scorer as well. And of course, my other guy, Asor Thompson. I'm big on this Pistons roster, man. What's your thought on Detroit? They had a really good first round against the Knicks last year. They was competitive every game but one.
Yeah, honestly, I do think that the Pistons got better. And I mean, playing behind Cade, it's just Cade's the real deal. Like you was telling me a minute ago, like, hey, like guys got to watch out for this Cade. Like he's legit, bro. And then like I was starting to see it a little bit, especially when they was playing the Knicks. Like you said, their only problem was they didn't kind of have like scoring on the back end, and it was just a little tough. But I guess Duncan Robinson, that give you some shooting. Karis LeVert is a scorer. Other than that, though, yeah, like, Kate Cunningham, he should, I don't see his game dropping off. He should get better and continue to get better. So, yeah, I mean, they're definitely going to be right back around where they were. I said it in every video, but the East, wide open, bro. Like, they can actually, they can make some noise for real, for sure. And they got some size on them. And a Thompson, bro. Him and his brother, them.
Everybody talk about how good Amin Thompson is, but I mean, Asor is literally just as good as Amin.
Yeah.
Just not as much PR. And you got to think too, in Detroit, they have a primary ball handler with obviously Kate Cunningham being their guy. Asor, when they was coming into the draft, Asor was the better scorer, equal level athleticism, but he was slightly the better defender as well. So if they could just have a coach, the current coach just kind of give Asor more consistency in the offense, more plays in the offense, more time on the ball, he could look just as good as his brother, if not better. And you got to think more shots now. I didn't add in my notes because it's not official yet, but it's 99% confirmed. Beasley is probably never playing another NBA game again, and he was a big part of their offense last year. With Malik Beasley being gone, other guys got to step up.
Yeah, for sure.
Which it talks about the Pistons last year that Malik Beasley being a vital part to the team. That was always bad news for Detroit because it's like your second best scorer is your sixth man. You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't Beasley? Wasn't he in the interview with Asur? Wasn't that him?
Yeah.
And he was like, "I say he's the best defender in the world. I'm the best shooter." I was
like relax.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like Asor is close to being the best defender in the world than Malik Beasley will ever be being the best shooter in the world.
Yeah, Malik Beasley's nowhere near. Like, I don't. If we did a best shooters list, will he even crack the top 10?
He might crack top 10.
Okay.
He's not top 5. He's not top 3. He's not Steph. Who?
Yeah.
Next, we had the Milwaukee, 5th seed last year. The Bucks finished the year 48-34. Also, no first round picks. They added Cole Anthony, Miles Turner, Gary Harris. They lost Pat Connaughton, Brook Lopez, and Dame Lillard. I mean, you know how I feel about this. I like Miles Turner. Obviously, the Pacers went to the finals last year with him starting at center, but he's not worth waiving Dame Lillard a $1 billion contract for Miles Turner. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the Bucks were aiming to do. Does Miles Turner make them better than they were with Brook Lopez? Technically, yes. But Miles Turner doesn't make them a championship contender. And now you got to think, technically on paper, they're not paying $50 million for Miles Turner. But when you combine the money that Miles Turner is going to make, on top of the money they'll be paying Dame Lillard each season, it's basically $50 million a year until 2030. I don't know what the Bucks' ideal was stretching Dame Lillard, but that whole trade looks so bad now in hindsight. Got nothing for the deal, but just extra money.
Milwaukee, they just.
I want to stop. Hey, my bad. I didn't even cut you off.
Are you good?
If we would have had this 2 years ago, T-Dub called me, and he was like, everybody's getting hyped about Dame Lillard getting traded to the Bucks. I was like, the Bucks will not win a championship with Dame Lillard. I've been big on Dame Lillard is a very skilled player, very talented point guard, and he's also very overrated. He couldn't win anything with Giannis. He couldn't win anything that first time in Portland, and he's going to retire with 0 rings. That's not a knock. But all this hype about, what is it, the freak time?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, the Bucks added Dame Lillard and kept the rest of their team. Like, no, that didn't do anything for them.
Even
They was never going to
Giannis,
beat Boston.
even Giannis was trying to put it to that hype, talking about some like this is Dame's team. You remember that? Like
Crazy.
it was just that was a weird time. I wasn't big on that trade. Dame and I were the only people that I know of that wasn't big on that Milwaukee Bucks trade when they traded for Giannis, because we would talk about it all the time. But I would go to work. That was back when I worked at UPS, and everybody, bro, they had them over everybody. There was like Milwaukee finals favorites, and I was like, bro, they still got to deal with Boston amongst other teams. But I'm like, bro, like currently the way they were constructed, they weren't gonna beat Boston, and I was like, that's just final. And I mean, it showed. And then they got Damian Lillard out of their team now with Miles Turner being added. Like you said, technically, yes, Miles Turner is better than Brook Lopez, so I guess they did get marginally better, but that doesn't get them championship. And with Giannis, it's championship or nothing if you got Giannis on your team, because it's just like how great Giannis is. How great Giannis is. Giannis always wants to play for a championship, and he can always play like for a championship, like because he's that type of player. But I just don't know where Milwaukee goes from here. And Giannis is like so good in the sense it's like he can't necessarily be traded right now either, because I mean, if you're a team that would trade for him, you would have to like give up your what would make you a championship core to get him. So it's just bad, man. But I just don't know how many years he got left in his contract.
I think he has. I think it's 1 or 2 years. Maybe it's 2 years, but the last year's a player option.
Maybe Giannis just plays another year outside his player option. Goes free agency. I don't know. I don't know where Milwaukee goes. I mean, they'll still be top 5 seed though. I mean, just because Giannis, he speaks for himself. But from there though,
yeah, I mean, we talked about it. The Bucks should have traded him to Houston, and they could have got what Phoenix got for Kevin Durant plus more because it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. But they did it. So now they just gonna keep turning the wheels with him. And I mean, he's an all-time great player. So like you said, as long as Giannis is healthy, the Bucks gonna win 45 to 47 games. But
easy.
I don't know what's going to be in the playoffs when we saw Giannis literally putting the team on his back against the Pacers, and they still lost. I mean, every game, 37, 38, 40, 15 rebounds, 16 rebounds, 10 assists, like, didn't matter.
Doing everything, bro. It's a different league. It's a different league from even when LeBron was dragging the Cleveland to the finals back-to-back years. It's just a different league, man. And that's the thing where everybody is just so big on, like, Boston gonna repeat, Denver gonna repeat. You know, all these teams they was going like they gonna repeat, but it's hard to get to the finals, let alone like winning it again. Like that's why like you can't take these moments for granted, bro. Like you really gotta capitalize, bro, when you get the opportunity. Shout out OKC.
I mean, and the Bucks did that in 2021. But
Yeah.
I don't. It's gonna be hard for them to get back.
Yeah.
Right. So, last team for this episode, Indiana Pacers. Obviously, they lost in 7 games in the finals, and I feel like a lot of people think the Thunder will win regardless. But when you have this man come out hit 3 threes in the first quarter, and then he tears his Achilles, it's very hard to see how that game was going to go. Because at the beginning of that game, it was like the Pacers might steal this finals. We'll talk about the Thunder a few episodes from now, so I won't kill the Thunder right now. But last year, Pacers was 50-32, 4th seed in the Eastern Conference. Also, did not draft anybody in the first round. Very interesting. Traded for Jay Huff, lost Miles Turner. Let's start with the positive. Last year, this team was a tale of 2 teams. They started the first half of the year just garbage. But then the All-Star break came around, and they turned it up. Their last 50 games were, I think, they lost 15 games. I want to say it was 35-15 or maybe 36. And
they played great.
14.
Back half of the season, they played great.
And then they started the playoffs. A lot of people doubted them. People took the Bucks. I think one of us took the Bucks. People took the Cavs. I think one of us took the Cavs. And then finally, when they played the Knicks, I was like, you know what? They've been doubted once. They've been doubted twice.
Did I pick them to beat the Knicks?
I don't remember.
I think I said I don't know who's gonna win because I don't have faith in the Knicks. So I know I ain't picked the Knicks though.
But then the Pacers beat them too. And I mean, Tyrese Halliburton, Pascal Siakam, they both played excellent the whole postseason, really the whole second half of the year. And Pacers fans, that was a really good run. The downside is that run is unlikely to happen again next year or the year after that. With Tyrese Halliburton tearing his Achilles, that is brutal. That is brutal because now you got to look at this team going from Halliburton, Siakam, Turner to next year is going to be Siakam, Andrew Nembhard, Aaron Nesmith, T.J. McConnell, Jay Huff. Yeah, I don't know if most people are familiar with Jay Huff. I'm familiar with Jay Huff, but that doesn't mean much. This team should not make the playoffs next year. I'm not going to say that's a lock. My lock is Detroit to be better than what Detroit was last year, but it'll be very surprising if this team makes the playoffs. Like, for them to make the playoffs next year, somebody will have to make a substantial leap. I mean, like an all-star snub type leap for them to make the playoffs next year. What's your thoughts on the Pacers, how they end the year, and how they're starting this next season?
Well, I mean, my thoughts on how
they're down 2 starters from the finals.
Yeah, Miles Turner and Halliburton. But my thoughts on their end of the year was talk to this team, bro. Like you said, everybody they had the nobody believe in us mentality. Like it's a real thing. Like nobody thinks
it's one of my favorite things in the world.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things in the world.
Nobody believe in us, bro. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, like they time and time again, because down to and I picked both teams over the Pacers, the Cavs and the Bucks. I picked them over the Pacers. The Knicks, I'm pretty sure I said I don't know, because I know how I feel about the Knicks, but I just didn't know, if
you also said Thunder in 5.
Yeah, so I'm
no respect, T-Dub. No respect. All I said was Pacers in 6. I said the Thunder would not close them out in Indiana, and yeah. I feel good about that.
Yeah. So
they not beat them in Indiana, man.
I did say OKC in 5, and I'm not gonna lie. I was sweating in Game 7, boy. I was sweating. I mean, even though I'm not a fan of either team, it's just like I was like, man, like if I'm about to get done dirty again, and everybody was saying like, yeah, they would have won regardless if Tyrese Halliburton like would have went down or not. I don't know, man. He came out on fire, bro. And when you just playing with that mentality, like nobody thought we was gonna be here. I think they could have rolled that to the end of the game. Obviously, OKC was gonna fight. I'm not gonna say OKC was just gonna lay down and take it, but I just don't know which way it would have went. If Tyrese Halliburton played that whole game, hey, we might be having a different conversation. But with that being said, short-lived success for you guys, man. I feel bad for Indiana fans because Tyrese Halliburton going down, then y'all lost Miles Turner. Pascal Siakam can't really do it with those other guys. And I mean, are they going to start McConnell?
Let me ask you this, Tito. I don't know if you remember this or not. Not this past season, but a year ago, the 23-24 season, when Tyrese Halliburton was an all-star. T-Dub was like, he played well the first half of the year. He said he didn't buy the hype. Fast forward, next season, the Pacers made the NBA Finals, and when he went down, they were winning. Have you changed your mind on Tyrese Halliburton being a top 5 point guard in the NBA? Because this man used to kill him. He used to kill him off camera.
Yeah, I've changed my mind on Tyrese Halliburton.
Gold medalist, by the way.
Tyrese Halliburton is legit. You know what? I think I hate to say this because I don't want to consider myself a casual in any talk about basketball. But I think when it came to Tyrese Halliburton, I was looking at it from a casual standpoint, only because, like I said, like my top point guards, it's just he didn't. First of all, hold on. He is a great point guard as far as passing and IQ is like he don't turn the ball over a lot. When I say great point guard, I'm talking about like I kind of fell into the hype of like, oh, like these guys got flashy games, and Tyrese Halliburton just don't have that. So I was looking at it from like a casual standpoint, but like that Tyrese Halliburton can hoop. He can hoop, man. And like him being a pass first player, similar to LeBron, their teams, like it's like Tyrese Halliburton definitely, like I said, high pass, low turnover guy, but when he gets aggressive, they just look even better. So I think that like moving forward, like after he, come back, hopefully get healthy and get back to a rhythm, I think Tyrese Halliburton should, I'm not going to say, get away from his game and stop being a pass first, but I think he should look to like be more aggressive, like and start trying to take that leap and just being like, yo, like I'm going to come out here. I plan on dropping 20.
I won't speak too much on that. We'll got to see what the Pacers roster is going to look like when he comes back. I mean, this current roster, they need that version Tyrese Halliburton to be like 20, 25 a night.
Yeah.
We know a lot could change in 1 year, so who knows?
Yeah, I say in the next season it could be some shakeups again. Some guys could get paid, guys can move on. But this My prediction for their season, though, it's hard to see a world where they're back in the playoffs, considering all the offseason moves and what they lost. It's hard, man. It's hard.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't know if I mean the two teams that was directly below them last year, Detroit and Milwaukee, they should both be better than this Pacers team. And then the three teams we're gonna cover in the next episode, they should also be better. And then we covered two teams last episode with the Hawks and Magic that should also be better than this Pacers team.
Be better, yeah.
So I mean, that's 7 teams right there.
It's hard, man. That's a tough blow.
If Philly's healthy, they should also be better than this version of Indiana.
That just sucks. That sucks for Indiana fans, man. That sucks.
Yeah, it's not fun when your best player blows his Achilles out. Trust me.
Hey!
What Tyrese Halliburton say? The team that has the least amount of injuries.
Hey,
that quote aged like milk.
He said, "What I see now is it's when your team, the healthier team is gonna win."
Simple.
It's true. He hasn't been wrong about that ever.
He was an oracle.
But hey, man, what Dame was alluding to, Boston fans. Jason Tatum, I will stand on his heel, bro. He should have never been in that position if y'all would have just handled y'all business.
Yeah. No, that's the same thing. Zero reason being down 0-3 in a game 4 fighting for his life.
Had them sweeping New York, by the way. Dame told me the whole time, he said he don't know what's going to happen. He knew they weren't going to sweep. That just come with him being more familiar with Boston than I was. But I had this much faith that the Knicks would get a game. This much. And they beat them. That shit was terrible.
Knicks is a good squad, man. I can't wait to talk about them next episode.
They're not better than Boston or that version of Boston.
They wasn't, but they beat them. So I can't say too much because that'll be the one clip to blow up, and then Knicks fans all in the comments.
Bro.
Wow. All right. Well, we're ending the episode on that note. T-Dub, appreciate you jumping in again, man. Can't wait to talk about next episode is gonna be New York, Boston, and the Cleveland Cavaliers. So
all right, bro.
Till next time, man. Appreciate it.
Yep.